over the course of my life, I've worked in multiple different industries, and I've had a few instances where I got burnt out. And I think that happens to quite a few people nowadays. And a lot of times we use the excuse that maybe we're overloaded, overworked, we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not getting enough sleep, or we're putting too much pressure on ourselves, or our boss is asking too much, or we just need a holiday and everything will be fixed. Recently, I came to the realization that when I have ever had burnout in my life, it's because I have entered an environment where I am so misaligned with who I am authentically that my nervous system can't cope long term. If you are truly living your life authentically and you are passionate about what you do for work and you're surrounded by people that are in alignment with who you are, there should never be a point where you reach burnout or a point where you feel like you need a break from your life. There's not a holiday that you need to take to recuperate from everything that you authentically are. It's just life. If you are living a life where you're not in alignment, where you are shrinking yourself, where you are burnt out, where maybe you're surrounding yourself with a job and people and relationships and all of that don't align with who you are authentically, your energy is always so drained. And this is when you get to the point where you think, oh, I need a break from this. I need my weekends. I need to get away. I need a holiday. At least that's how it works for me. The more aligned I am with who I am authentically, and the more I am making my life choices based on that, the less I feel the need to go on a holiday and get away from it all. Sure, I love to travel. I love to explore. I love to go on adventures. But I'm not doing it because I need a break from the life that I'm living. I'm doing it to add to the life that I already have. And I think there's a big difference in that. If you have chosen an industry of work that is not aligned with what you were born to do on this planet, then why wouldn't you get burnt out doing that work? It's not something that was made for you to do. And so it's going to be more challenging. It's going to take more energy. It's going to be in constant conflict with who you are. To me, that's what creates burnout. Whereas when you look at people who are fully aligned with who they are authentically, and they're making decisions in their life that makes them thrive and brings about abundance, and they are joyful about what they do every day because it's who they are and it's what they love and they're passionate about it. Look at their workload. There is so many people out there living the life of their dreams because it is who they are authentically, and they are able to carry the workload that is so much greater than if they worked in an industry that was misaligned with who they are. I am currently working 7 days a week. And that's not to brag. That's where I'm at. I am primary caregiver to my son. He takes a lot of time, as parenting does. And so I fit in my work where I can. There are no weekends for me. That is my life. I am just working 7 days a week. I spend my evenings working or exercising. And that's because that's my time. I'm not doing it binge watching TV anymore like I used to. I used to choose a life where I'd get to the evening and be so exhausted by everything that I was choosing to do during the day that I couldn't function other than binge watching the television, because that was my way of unwinding. And I needed to unwind from my day because I was in conflict with who I was authentically. And so it was taking so much energy that if I didn't unwind with the TV, I would hit burnout because I had to wake up the next day and do it all over again. Now it's not like that. Now I'm waking up and I've got the energy to keep going. I want to keep going. I love what I do for my work. Burnout's not something that's going to happen, or at least I don't see it as something that's going to happen, because I'm now living a life where I am growing authentically in who I am. So I'm curious to know from you, Have you ever been at a point, or maybe you're at that point now, where you're in burnout mode? Are you living a life where you're in alignment with who you are authentically, or are you choosing to take a path that was never meant for you to walk? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your experience is with burnout, and whether what my perception is, if that's something that resonates with you, or maybe you have a different idea of what burnout means. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you.